Well, what's up again there, guys? Brian here at 3TR. I want to have a quick little discussion topic video to share with you guys today. The new official Star Wars Battlefront 2 from EA trailer came out today, and I just want to give my thoughts on it. For starters, I'm going to say this right now. I'm on the fence of whether or not I'm going to buy this. As it stands right now, I will not be buying it because I can't really, have a final call without having any gameplay. And this trailer was completely cinematic, but what it did do was just kind of give us an idea of what we can expect. And it's nice to see that EA probably did hear some of our criticism from the first game, because I did a whole rant video talking about my problems with Battlefront, even though I didn't really actually play it. I mean, I ended up buying a copy of it, but I really only bought a copy so I could get my hands on the really cool Darth Vader PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 controller. I ended up just giving my copy of Battlefront away to a friend of mine, and hopefully he had some fun with it. But the trailer itself, I think, is interesting because the story that we're apparently going to get in this game's campaign follows apparently a special forces unit of the Empire, and I'm guessing it's going to tell the events that took place between the end of Return of the Jedi going into The Force Awakens. So that whole 30-year gap, we're going to find out exactly what led the Empire turning into the New Order, or the Rebels turning to the Resistance. So I think the fact that we will have a definitive answer, we'll be able to get more detail from that 30-year period of time, I think is a very, very good thing. And I think it's even better that we're going to get a point of view from the Imperials. Because, we've spent so much time with the Rebels, it's actually nice to have a story focus on the group of people that we've always viewed as the antagonists. So I think that is a brilliant choice. So I have absolutely no complaints in terms of what type of story that they want to tell. I'm completely with it. But there is only one tiny issue that I have with the trailer, and it's the fact that they added the they showed a snip of Darth Maul and Yoda. So they were acknowledging that this game is going to have, I guess, multiplayer maps that take place in the prequels. And that is my problem. Now, I just want to say this. I'm not saying that the prequel, personally, I'm a prequel person. I love the prequels. And that is the Clone Wars is by far my favorite era. I mean, so, like, I'm not complaining at all that they want to add it. I just don't understand why they would want to add it in this game. Because if you actually go over the first Battlefront game, or the first Battlefront 2 game, which is still, in my opinion, a masterpiece, the multiplayer was focused around the time period of the campaign. Now, the campaign in the first Battlefront 2 game focused on a Clone Wars trooper who was fighting in the 501st, and it pretty much starts with the Battle of Geonosis at the end of Episode 2 and goes all the way to the Battle of Hoth in Episode 5. So you kind of get to see the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire. You get to see these guys start as clone troopers and then gradually get turned into stormtroopers. I think that story was incredible, and everything that we had in the multiplayer was focused on those two eras. So you could only play as four factions of the Republic and the CIS, or the Empire and the Rebels. So the fact that we have a time era in this new Battlefront game that takes place from the original trilogy going into this new sequel trilogy just doesn't make sense. It makes no sense to add anything from the prequels in this game. It just feels like they just shoot it in just to say, people were complaining that, there wasn't anything from the prequels in the first game, so let's just shoehorn it in. If anything, I think it would have made more sense if they had added it in the first game. I don't think it makes any sense adding it now. And if I can be just a little bit frank, I can say that nothing from this Star Wars Celebration has really impressed me at all. So, I mean, I saw the Last Jedi trailer. I've already decided I'm not going to go see that film. I saw the Rebels trailer for Season 4. Probably not going to watch that, because I've seen few episodes of Rebels and I haven't really enjoyed it all that much. And then this comes out, and I'm still not sure if I want to buy it. I mean, I might get it just because I'm real interested in the campaign, but I just wanted to give my thoughts, thinking that why would they add anything from the prequel since it has no context with the main story? I think your multiplayer should always be centered around the story you want to tell, and it makes no sense to add the prequels. Again, I'm not exactly complaining. I would just like to know why they even bothered. It just feels like it was shoehorned in. So if the game actually comes out, I feel like anything that involves the prequels is just going to feel tacked on and lackluster. And I'm just kind of sick of people just shitting all over it, because there are a lot of people that grew up with the prequels like me and defend it to this day. I mean, I understand it has its issues and problems, but there's a lot of good that came from that time period, and I would just like to see it respected, you know, after all these years. So those are just my initial thoughts on the trailer itself. I'd really like to know what your guys' thoughts. Are you guys pumped up for the campaign? Do you have an issue with them adding in something from the prequels, even though I don't really think it has any significant context around the story that they want to tell? Share your thoughts with me and with everyone in the comments down below. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check for my future videos. Like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.